So, for me personally,
Manvi?
what was very surprising and pleasantly surprising, I mean, of course, it's great that people have watched it and, all of that. But what was very, like, something that I found extremely welcoming was that, despite, like, we all know the show is extremely glamorous and stylized and all of that. And, so there is a lot of times you might tend to miss the actual point when you get busy with the frill and these things. But the beautiful thing is that people have connected to the core values of the show. Shai said that a lot of, like, the kind of messages we've got, and that tells you that people have been moved to a certain extent. Like, they're feeling these emotions, which is why they're taking out the time to first watch the show and repeatedly and all, and then taking out the time to message us and writing long letters and kind of pouring their heart out. And also you can see that, like, you can tell from messages when somebody has just finished watching the show, and it's a much longer, much more emotional message, as opposed to someone who's maybe taken time and let it process and then written it after a couple of days. So it's been extremely, like, lovely and overwhelming and beautiful. Like, I think that's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Talking about lovely and overwhelming, there was a time, obviously, we've lived in an age where film stars are literally worshipped and they are everything. Even TV stars were looked down upon. But now with OTT, even through this pandemic and the lockdown, one silver lining that I see is that everybody's on the same platform. An Amitabh Bachchan film can release, some Manvi and Shayoni can do something, but everybody will be judged based on their performance, based on the content, how engaging it is. So how do you look at OTT platforms right now versus the theaters for performers like you? That star factor goes out of the window now.
Honestly, I think, and I agree with you in a way that it is a huge leveler, and it's changed things for actors, especially who are starting out, and I've always given the example of Pankaj Tripathi, who has always been this exquisite actor. He's amazing in everything he's done. But only with the Mirzapur, you could see him in these huge hoardings, and he's suddenly become like, there were a few months where everyone was talking about Pankaj Tripathi and everyone wanted to cast him, right? So it's not like overnight he had become a better actor. Overnight, the limelight shone on him in a different way like it hadn't before, and that's only possible with OTT platforms. And with shows, again, with shows like Patal Lok and multiple shows like this, you realize that you don't need a star anymore. You need an actor who's fit to play that particular part, in the best way. And that has also given writers scope and directors scope to sort of flesh out characters which are not your stereotypical hero, heroine, and villain. You have these characters which are much more like wholesome, and they have like a 360-degree graph, growth through the journey of the and the scope of the series. So it's really changed a lot of things. And yeah, it's true, like, the films, the big films, and the shows, it's all on OTT platform. And with the pandemic, honestly, we don't really know when is the next time we're going to go back to the theaters, right? And unless it's a big budget, like, huge film, it also doesn't make sense for people to release it, because anyway, the theaters are going to cut 50% of the capacity, because of the seating and everything. So even monetarily, it doesn't make sense for smaller films, or any films, other than the huge films, to go into the theaters right away. But again, I would hope that we can get back to the theaters again, because it's a different vibe. It's a different experience to actually watch a film in the big screen.
Also, Manvi, as I said, why I said it's a silver lining is because in Four More Shots, what we've heard over the years is, "Arey yaar, female-centric film, who's going to back it? Public doesn't want it. Audience ko nahi mangta hai. They want some masala." That's all gone. I mean, that was such a misconception. I mean, here's a series where females are unapologetically voicing their opinions. They're unapologetic about their sexuality. And it's a huge, huge hit, this show.
So I'm seeing, I think, a couple of things that have kind of happened together, and it's been a confluence in favor of the OTT platform as a medium, which is that, one, because it's new, so it is the voices are more contemporary. right? Like and it's film and TV were old media. They've been around for a while, so they were beginning to get a little jaded in terms of content and modus operandi or whatever. So because this is contemporary, it's newer, it's fresher, and people are also trying different things. So everybody wants different stories, or they're experimenting with formats and all of that. So so there's a lot of freshness for sure, and because of which there's a lot of and because in our conversations now we are thankfully finally we're talking about things like women being not getting enough good fleshed out characters. So thankfully we're that's kind of seeping into the medium as well. That's one. I think also what has happened is the target audience is very different. I mean, at least in the beginning, when OTT platforms as a medium started and content started being produced on this platform, because it was so film had a certain audience. Television was primarily because of the content that it kind of started generating over the years. It became mainly like our parents' generation or something, like you would watch it at dinner time or all of that. So so there was this whole chunk of people who were our age, like maybe from the age of like 15, 16 to the age of 40, 45, who were not they were not, there was nothing for them to watch except movies and then international shows and stuff. So so you cater to them. So obviously when you're catering to a certain audience, you'll try and build the product in a way that it appeals to them. So the younger, the more contemporary, the fresher the voice, and all of that. Also I think to begin with, that hierarchy itself is wrong, right? Like that film is above television, or one is better or worse than the other. I think that came into being because television is something you're watching every day. It's in your homes, so you feel it doesn't seem that mystery is gone, and films become more elusive, and like the actors become very like, oh my god, film stars, and suddenly you're also seeing them on a bigger screen. And so there was but now because of OTT, because everybody's watching it either on their phones or their laptops or television, so everybody has access to that. So it's suddenly been leveled to that. I mean, the accessibility to the content has just been like leveled out completely. Anybody can access it. So I think so now. So all the other, because that leveling has happened. Now the only way you can actually compare or weigh people is on the basis of content, or shows on the basis of content, actors on the basis of performance, or writing, or all of that. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the anatomy of